ไปเพื่อนคนนี้ไม่เคยจะอยู่ในสายตาเธอเลยทั้งที่เขาก็รักจริงไม่เคยจะ
แล้วมึงจะทำตามปะ
ไม่อ่ะเมื่อกี้กูรัวไปชุดหนึ่ง
อ่ะว่าได้เวลาเตือนสติละว่ามึงต้องเริ่มคิดได้ละว่าถ้ามึงรอวันที่เขามาปฏิเสธมึงเนี่ยหรือว่ามึงจะรอคนที่ดีกว่าเข้ามาคนที่เจ็บจะเป็นมึงนะเว้ย
พูดอะไรวะแปลกๆกูไม่เห็นเข้าใจเลย
เว้ยไอ้โง่เอางี้คือตอนเนี้ยมึงอยู่บนเรือที่พังเว้ยแล้วกำลังจะจมอ่ะอยู่ที่มึงเลือกว่ามึงอ่ะจะกระโดดน้ำลงไปตายตอนเนี้ยหรือว่ามึงจะค่อยๆจมไปกับเรือเหมือนแจ็คกับโรสอะไรเงี้ยเลือกดิ
มึงตะกี้อยู่บนพื้น
ใช่มึงอยู่บนพื้นเลยอีกเวนจริงจังไม่เคยได้เลยมึงเนี่ยไปละด้วงไปส่งกูหน่อยดิ
ไม่อ่ะ
มันเรื่องของมึงแม่ง
แล้วกูจะไปจมน้ำทำไมวะ
แม่งพูดอะไรไม่เคยฟังเลยวะ
Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel Rocks Entertainment. Today we are going to talk about the Duang with You episode 4 and honesty. This episode beautifully balances sweet romantic tension with emotional misunderstanding. If you thought the previous episode were just setting the foundation, episode 4 clearly starts pushing the character into deeper and emotional territory. We began to see walls slowly breaking, hidden feeling getting stronger, and most importantly, the consequence of staying silent. This episode is not loud or overly dramatic, but it's emotionally rich. Small gestures, meaningful glances, and unspoken feeling carry most of the weight here. So without wasting any time, let's dive into the full detailed story and review of episode 4. Episode 4 opened with a slightly warm but curious atmosphere between the main lead. After the development in episode 3, both characters are trying to act normal around each other. On the surface, everything looks fine. Casual conversation, polite interaction, but underneath is clearly something changing. The heroine especially seems more aware of the hero presence now. Earlier, she used to treat him like just another person in her life, but now small things about him are starting to catch her attention. The way he looks at her, the way he quietly helps her, the way he remembers little detail about her. These moments are subtle, but they slowly build emotional tension. Meanwhile, the hero is also not as calm as he pretends to be. He tries to maintain his usual composed personality, but viewer can clearly see that he is becoming more emotionally invested. One of the strongest aspects of episode 4 is its slow pacing. Instead of rushing into big confession or dramatic fights, the episode focuses on emotional proximity. There is a particularly sweet sequence where the two leads are forced to spend time together due to a shared responsibility. The situation itself is simple, but the emotional undercurrent is strong. We notice longer eye contact, slightly awkward silence, soft background tension. The heroine began to feel something unfamiliar, but she cannot yet name it. This is a classic slow-burn storytelling done right. Midway through the episode, the focus shifts more toward the hero's internal conflict. Until now, he has been more emotionally controlled character. But episode 4 starts revealing crack in that control. There are moments where he almost says something important but stops himself. There are moments where he looks at the heroine with clear concern but quickly look away. These restrained emotions make his character much more compelling. It becomes obvious that he is aware of his growing feeling, afraid of complicating their situation, unsure about how the heroines feel. This emotional hesitation adds realism to the story. Just when the emotional warmth began to build, episode 4 introduced its central conflict, a misunderstanding. The heroine witnesses or partially overhears something involving the hero that gave her the wrong impressions. From her point of view, it looks like the hero may not be as sincere as she was beginning to believe. This moment is very important because it shifts her emotional state. Instead of slowly opening her heart, she began to pull back again. You can clearly see the change in her behavior. She becomes more distant. Her tone becomes slightly colder. She avoids very closely, and sometimes you can see fleeing attraction. The painful part is that the hero does not immediately realize what went wrong. This creates that classic emotional frustration for viewer where we know the truth but the character don't. After the misunderstanding, the emotional gap between the two starts widening again. The hero sees something as off. He notices her changed behavior, but he cannot figure out the exact reason. Instead of directly asking her, he also chooses silence. This is a where episode 4 really shine in emotional storytelling. Both characters care, both characters are confused, both characters stay quiet, and because of that, the distance between them grows. There is a particularly powerful scene where they are physically close but emotionally far apart. Their conversation is polite, but the warmth from earlier in the episode is missing. Moments like this give the episode strong emotional weight. Around the middle to late portion of episode 4, we get one of the most emotionally impactful sequences. The heroine finds herself in a slightly difficult or vulnerable situations. Despite the recent distance between them, the hero immediately steps in to help her. His reaction is fast and instinctive. This moment creates a visible crack in the heroine's emotional wall. For a brief moment, she sees the real side of him again, the caring, protective side, but because of the earlier misunderstanding, she is still unsure what to believe. This push and pull dynamic is the emotional core of episode 4. The later part of the episode focuses heavily on mood and atmosphere rather than a backflow twist. We get survival guide scenes. The heroine lost and thought the hero watched her from a distance, both of them clearly affected but unwilling to speak. This moment may feel slow to some viewer, but for fans of character-driven romance, they are very satisfying. The background music and soft cinematography in this episode especially help elevate the emotional tone. As episode 4 moves toward its ending, the story begins setting the feature complication while there is no explosive cliffhanger. It's a clear tension building towards something bigger. We are left with several important questions. Will the misunderstanding be clear soon? Will the hero finally express his feeling? Or will their silence create even bigger problem ahead? The episode ends on a thoughtful, slightly bittersweet note rather than a shocking twist. And honesty, it worked perfectly for this type of slow burn drama. Overall, review episode 4 of Duang with You is all about emotional progression. There is not a lot of drama, but there is a strong character development and relationship moment. What worked well? Natural chemistry between the leads, strong use of silence and expression, realistic emotional hesitation, smooth slow burn pacing. What some viewer might find slow, Fewer big dramatic moments, heavy focus on subtle emotion. But if you enjoy soft romance with meaningful characters moments, this episode delivered beautifully. The drama continues to build its emotional foundation very carefully. So overall, episode 4 gave us growing feeling, painful misunderstanding, and a beautifully restrained emotional atmosphere. The relationship between the hero and heroine is clearly changing, but the big question is how long can they keep hiding their true feelings? Will the misunderstanding push them further apart, or will fate bring them closer again? One thing is certain, the emotional tension is only going to increase from here. If you enjoyed this detailed review, don't forget to like the video and share your thoughts in the comments. Tell me whose side are you in right now, the hero or the heroine? And if you want episode 5 review next, make sure to subscribe and stay connected. Thanks for watching. See you in the next review. Bye for now.